Well, hello again, everybody. Had a great night in the shop tonight. Where we left off last night, I had mentioned I was going to make this clamp for the throttle assembly. And as you can see, I've got the clamp made, and it fits the throttle bushing. This is the bushing that goes into the back head of the locomotive. And I just made it out of 1/4 inch steel, laid it out, and the only trick I could offer, I suppose, is that the tapped holes are closer to the bottom, so when I machined it, I laid it flat in the mill first and drilled a 5/8 inch hole, excuse me, then I tipped it up and I measured over and I drilled and tapped these 540 holes, and I drilled the tap hole on this one deep enough so that when I cut away, that's the next thing I did, I took it out of the mill and I just used the bandsaw and cut out the excess. I cut here. I started to cut in the center here, and I cut the bottom. Then I cut this, all the straight lines. Then I came in from the top, cut that off, made a long cut across here, and cut down, and similarly flipped it over and cut at an angle here. And then I just used a combination of the grinder and belt sander to finish up. And then I put it back in the mill, and I drilled the clearance hole, the 1/8 inch hole for the 540 screw that'll go. The 1/8 inch hole just goes halfway down, and so this is the tapped portion in the bottom. And finished that up quickly enough that I had time to make the little link. It's an 1/8 inch steel by 3/8 inch wide with a couple 3/16 inch holes in it, and I had time to make the handle tonight as well. This is the throttle handle, throttle lever. It's just, it calls for 3/8 inch round stock, and I got to thinking about the process that I would use to machine this, and I decided it would be a lot easier to start with flat stock. So I used 3/8 inch square stock, matter of fact a piece of this right here, and I put it in a 3/8 inch 5C collet in the lathe, and I turned an 1 1/8 section here round to 3/8 of an inch, and then came in, and it was about a 3-degree angle that I cut, finished it up with some files and sandpaper to make it nice, and then that left me with a nice square part to put in the mill vise. And I milled, it's no big deal to mill off 1/8 on one side and then flip it over. A little tricky setting up to mill off the 1/8 on the other side, but nonetheless easier to grip something square than something round, so that's what I did. And then when I got it all done, I filed it and belt sanded it and made the little round edge. So basically all I've got left to make is a clevis for the throttle. I made a little list and a couple of clevis pins that will go into the link, so hopefully I'll get to those tomorrow. And this is what we're making, if you can see, there it is. Okay. Well, thanks for watching, and I'll keep you posted.